Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable. Thank you for coming back to another album review. If you're new, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, typical YouTuber talk. Today we're checking out the band Restraining Order with their album Locked in Time. A little history and background on this band is their members are from Massachusetts and Connecticut, and the band started in 2017, and they're a hardcore punk band. And I think that's a pretty good definition for them because they um, infuse those two like genres of hardcore and punk pretty well, like split down the line pretty evenly with all the music they put out and everything. So, and they're signed to Triple B Records. Really great label right now. If you're into hardcore and punk, check it out. And yeah, let's get into this review. So starting this track off, it has some like weird, like warped sound effects that lead you into the song and everything. But then the song really kicks in with some simple guitar riffs with some tambourines to help build things up. Then it moves along into more of a bouncy and fast punk groove with the drums being mixed in really well and being played pretty simply, like very punk style, nothing too flashy. Guitar, they can feel a little bit stiff, and the tuning has a bit of like a scratchy grittiness to it, so that's pretty interesting. But the playing does feel a little bit stiff. Vocals are sounding really good here, especially when the backing members back up the main vocalist, so that's really good. Overall, it's a really good, catchy song that, I like to say it's like a foot tapping song because before I knew it, I was like tapping along because of how catchy it was.
Moving when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you and punctures.
This track is a bit faster and has more of that punk influence here. That's what's really driving the song, I feel. And the gang vocals on this particular track give it a really unique identity. Like it sticks out compared to the other songs, I feel. And the bass is really thick on this track. It sounds really good, good punk vibes from it. And also, as the song was progressing and playing, it reminded me of a Korean like crust punk band called Slant, and the similarities are pretty obvious on this track, I think. But they're like a less aggressive version of Slant. Slant is very aggressive, which is really cool. There's a sick guitar solo, and it kind of ends out on like a blues style playing of music. Yeah, and overall, really great song that I wanted more. It was like almost too short, so I played it a lot over and over. So very satisfying song. So I want to play a little clip of Left Unsaid. Great solo, right? On this particular track, they have a interesting song structure with the whole like stop go playing. And some bands do this very well, and some can't do it that well. I think they're doing it pretty good here. And I really love the use of all the members' vocals for this band. It makes feel like every song so far feels like an actual collective piece of work that it's not just the main vocalist, like they're getting everyone's input and just putting it out there. So it definitely makes it a very interesting song overall. Very simple song structure here. This song is more punk for sure, especially in the second half of the song. They really tap into that punk vibe, especially when they have like some skanking parts in the back end of the song. Very short song with no wasted time. They're doing a great job on this particular song. The tuning of the guitars give me more of like garage rock vibes from like the early 2000s. Sounds really good. The main vocals are really layered good on this track, and again, the backing vocals really help make this song feel like just overall super fun, and very groovy and well-paced drumming here. So great song. Again, we got some really great backing vocals on this particular track. And overall, I would say it's nothing too special in terms of like the song structure and style, but they really make it like a really fun song. And a lot of their songs are just fun to listen to. There's like a sweet charm to their songs, which I really enjoy. Especially with the use of all the multiple vocals and stuff. There's good tuning here, great production. Like it shouldn't be that great of a song, to be honest, but they put their like unique signature of like that fun. It just feels like this band is overall just fun in a weird way, and that really elevates songs that anyone else would do just seem kind of like whatever, but they can make it sound really, really good and fun. So I want to play a clip of Fight Back for you. I just realized the vocals and the style remind me of that SNL sketch, SNL skit of it was like Fred Armisen, Ashton Kutcher, Bill Hader, and Dave Grohl, and like they're like reuniting their band to play at their daughter's, a friend's daughter's wedding, and it's like the song's called like Fist Fight in a Parking Lot, and it's like they're like they're old 40-year-old guys, and now they're making a punk band. They're doing their songs again, but they're like they made the songs when they were like 20 something. So it's just really funny seeing old guys play punk music. And that little song they made in that SNL skit sounds really similar to this one. So I think that's kind of hilarious. We got some really simple drum patterns, high flying guitars. The mix of the high and low guitar sound really good here. Makes it feel like it's overall a very catchy song. And then I love how like in the middle of the song they build things up to help break up the repetitiveness of the song. They shake things up a little bit and it's really nice. But I will say the vocals seem a little bit slurred, like he sounds a little drunk, but they still sound pretty good. Kind of adds a little flair to the song. This particular track kind of reminds me of like Rancid a bit from what I know about Rancid. I'm getting similar vibes, especially how the drums sound here. I love the way that the vocalist is enunciating and pronouncing his words. They sound really good here. And it's a really short song, only 30 seconds, but they killed it. It's great. Sounds amazing. So I want to play a little clip of On the Run for you. It's just a really good song. This particular song reminds me of the band Spy, but like kind of less aggressive in terms of song structure. Again, all the members' vocals here are being utilized very well. Helps up break up the monotony of things. Makes every song a real joy to listen to because they all have a very, very signature sound and style here. And you know, you're not too sure if you want to get backing vocals or no backing vocals. It really helps keep you on your toes and keeps things unexpected in a good way. They bring back the tambourine and everything. They add some nice flair and groove to the song and everything. The guitars are a bit simple and repetitive here, but for the purpose of this song, they serve a good role and it sounds good. Here they're switching things up by bringing in like an acoustic guitar and bringing things down a little bit. And I think they're using like a metronome in the background, so it helps the song really stick out a bit. I will say the vocals here sound a little bit weird, especially how they're recorded. Kind of reminds me of the band Angel Dust in a way with the music and the structure and everything. But as the song progresses, I'm not too sure about his vocals. They don't sound the greatest here, but it does help the song stick out more. So give and take, I guess. Here we got some fast and punky guitars with some upbeat drums, bouncy and catchy chorus. But overall, it's a pretty simple song that's nothing too amazing. It's just okay. So we have like a slow build up here that leads into a simple bouncy punk song. Drums are clear, but a bit on the boring side. They're not too dynamic. They're just kind of simply playing. The riffs, pretty nice here. They slowly build it up in the middle of the song with the bass and the drums to create a nice lull and switch things up a bit. And the guitar is just riffing along on top of that nice lull. Um, it creates like a weird like big void that something big is about to happen, and then it just simply goes back into what they were playing at the beginning of the song. Like no big payoff at the end. Overall, it's just pretty solid and okay. That was Locked in Time by Restraining Order, and the best way I can describe it is it's fun and abstract. Yes, because the all the songs sound really uniquely different and fun because the vocals. I think that's where a lot of the fun part is because it feels like you can sing along to them quite easily, and it's not just the main vocalist singing. All the members are doing backing vocals at different times and at the right times on the songs and everything. So it creates a very sonically pleasing sound because like the voice is a really good tool to use, and I think these guys use it very well. And then more abstract, I think, is well, just like they're doing punk music but not in a very typical fashion, and like not doing typical punk cliches from the most part, with how like the guitars and the drums and the bass are being played here. They start off doing like punk sounds but then switch it up with bringing in more hardcore elements or just doing like acoustic tracks and stuff and everything. Everything seems to keep you on your toes, and you're kind of not like, when you first listen to it, you don't know what to expect because they throw so many different punk styles at you that are like kind of tweaked a little bit and sound a little bit different. So it makes it a very fun and enjoyable experience. And then the production here is really good. Everything's kind of layered out pretty well. Nothing is really you can't hear anything. I think for the most part, everything you can hear really well. That's good. The only downsides I would say is like the drumming at times could be a bit boring and a little bit too simple, but it doesn't happen that often to where it's like a big noticeable thing. It's just at times it's like, oh, just a simple drum beat here and everything. And then also some songs, I kind of want them to be a little bit longer, or I want them to repeat another verse because like it was like, oh, this is so good, but it just ends way too short. Or they do something that's really cool, but they only do it once in the song, and I'm like, ah, I kind of just want to hear that riff again. Oh, I want to hear that drum pattern or that bass solo again. So, but at the same time, you can't get mad. Just take what you get and just go with it. Beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, overall, very fun and unique album to listen to, I think. So with that being said, Restraining Order Locked in Time is a good and solid 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, links down below. Tell me what you think about this album and this review and everything. Do a discussion and everything. I'm Matt from Diazable. Thanks for coming on by, and I will see you later. Bye.